What's happening everyone, we're back today with another video on the Caddy. Today we are going to be fitting a VW Touran centre console, mainly for the reason of it having an actual built-in armrest for a bit of comfort when driving, because obviously the vans themselves come with a bit of a sort of a low spec interior as a whole, so today we'll give it a bit more of a luxury feel with a nice OEM plus looking armrest. As you can see, this is the standard centre console on the Caddy. Excuse the mouldy seats, this thing's been sitting around a while, we will get around to cleaning it, but you can see it's just twin cup holder at the back and just a sort of basic look compared to the actual Touran one, so I think this will be a nice little addition to the actual van itself. Okay, so we've taken a passenger seat out just to give us a bit more room. As you can see, there's two screws here, one there, and obviously there's one missing there. Pop this trim up and then it should probably expose a couple more bits, and hopefully we'll be able to get this console out. Okay, so as you can see now, console is all out. Took a bit of figuring out to do because obviously I've never had one out of a Caddy before, but we got there in the end. A few little bits and bobs. Obviously just remember to pop this little trim up because there are hidden screws, but you would have seen that in the time lapse anyway. But I just thought I'd let you know because we were a bit confused at one point. But yeah, we're just going to compare the two consoles now. Make sure the lengths are correct in case we need to do any adjustments to the van. Hopefully we'll be showing the next clip of us fitting a new console. Okay, so we found that the Touran console is longer than the Caddy console, so what we've had to do for the time being is cut this section out of the rear floor in the van. We're not going to leave it like this permanently because we want to do a rear seat conversion, and which means obviously most of this will have to go for those of you who don't know. And this will now hopefully allow us to actually get the Touran console in place for the time being, so we can still use it with obviously this section of floor in place. So hopefully now we're just prepping a few things on the Touran centre console, making sure the armrest clicks into place and all that sort of stuff, and then hopefully in the next clip we'll show you us fitting the new centre console. Okay, so as you can see, the armrest is in a million pieces. We've taken the outside housing on and we split it into three sections. As you can see, the other two sections are here. This just allows us to get each section in individually and more neatly. Oh, we're all good. So yeah, should just be able to slot back on, and then as you can see there, we'll bolt on the side and the other side. Then once that's all bolted down, we can then put these sections back on as well. I think there's two large at the front there that need to click in first. Right into them. Oh, yeah. That's it.
I've just got to try and get that screw in.
If you want, I'll do it. Small hands. Yeah, I suppose
this side of it.
Alright, well.
I'll just run it. It's not going to do no damage to being there, but it's just going to strengthen that frame back.
Then obviously one screw there, one there, to that. Now it's all back together and nice and strong, and also you can run the option of having the downpipe for the heaters if you're that fussed about your passengers in the back having some nice heating. In this application we're not going to bother, just a personal preference really, but yeah, as you can see now, slowly starting to come together. Just after a couple minutes, Luke's now getting the actual trim section so he can now slot it over so it actually looks like somewhat of a centre console rather than skeletal.
Many minutes later.
Just make sure, obviously, when you do put this down, make sure the actual section where the handbrake sits actually slots into here, otherwise it won't go down properly. So we're just going to put our 2 screws in either side now, and then you've got 2 more screws at the front here as well.
I'd definitely say you have to take the passenger side seat out to do this.
Yeah, I think you can get away with the driver's being in, but 100% the passenger side. Yeah, it helps you put it through the right one.
Brand new.
Well, I demonstrate awfully that you have to sort of slide these in, and these lot ended up just doing it for me. You know, on a Ford you just kick it and it falls into place. You're going to need a bolt.
There somewhere, boy.
Oh, could be that one there. As you can see, we take 10 to 11 care from the background, not especially hounding your car. As you can see now, we've got all the ashtray, cigarette lighter bit back in, as well as the shifter. And a little shake test going nowhere, so we just need to now fit the armrest at the back, and then we should be good to go.
One eternity later.
It's all got to go behind it, isn't it?
Okay, so we're all back together. We're going to leave this seat out anyway because I think Luke wants to change them. However, all looks nice and somewhat put together now. We have a nice armrest with all the trim inside. Obviously, cup holder, grommets and all that as well in place. The only things that we do need to get hold of is the rear trim for the armrest, because we didn't realise it didn't come with it. And as everyone knows, the rear vents, because on the Tourans no matter how many times you look at a Touran armrest, all the vents are smashed up for some reason. I don't know what it is. Touran owners must have a fetish for kicking vents in or something, or the passengers. But yeah, I mean, looks much better than the original. At least now he'll be able to drive in some sort of comfort, and hopefully this has shown you guys sort of an idea on how to fit a Touran armrest to a Caddy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe for more content on the Caddy, and I'll catch you later.